Hello, my beautiful loves. Welcome to Pick a Card. Okay, I have three pals for you today. And this is all about you. I just feel like I'm gonna go with my feeling. Some of you may just be entering this spiritual journey. Some of you could have just came out of a very traumatic time, and you will be so surprised to see that the most traumatic experiences is what actually sends you on these huge spiritual journeys and awaken you. It can even come with like homelessness, like you losing everything, you losing the love of your life, and it could be like losing the love of your life according to like natural causes. Somebody may die, or someone who you thought you were going to spend the rest of your life with, like you having a really bad breakup and it just putting you on this spiritual journey where you become so obsessed with tarot, and you think it's about them and you think it's about tarot, but come to find out it's all about you, and it's all about your soul's purpose, and it's like all these mysteries, and you go deeper and you go deeper. So this is what this reading is going to be all about. I'm going to go really, really deep with you all. Your soul mission and things that you possibly came on this world to do, work. So let's go deep. I have three piles again. This is going to be the first pile, which is an orange card. This is going to be the second pile, neon pink. And this is going to be third pile, neon yellow. All right. So just see which color card you are drawn to. There is going to be a number picker that is going to be pinned. You can press the number picker if you're not really that great with tapping into your intuition and feeling what you are led to. But I'm sure if you are a star seed, if you are a chosen one, I'm sure you heard of these labels before. You're gonna be able to intuitively feel what color you are drawn to. All right, so I'm going to get into pile number one. Okay, my love, so if you pick this first pile, this also says Aquarius. You can possibly be an Aquarius coming to this reading. You can have a parent who's an air sign. I don't know, that came out for you, baby. You can have a parent who's an air sign. You could be an air sign. You do not have to be an air sign at all. You can have placements as an air sign. All right. So let's see what's really going on with your journey right now. Spirit wants you to breathe. But why do I feel like you are in a place where you are breathing? I feel like you're taking out time to breathe. Some of you could love to swim. Some of you can just love to do meditation or deep breathing routines. Some of you could have just joined a class. Some of you guys could have just joined a yoga class and you're trying to learn how to get more in tune. I hear following your passions. You can be in a place where you're trying to follow your passions. You could actually be in a class that is teaching you about spirituality. You could be doing spiritual life coaching. I hear it's a blessing to have met you. You could be in class, period. I hear like, I don't want to settle anymore. You could be going through a phase in your life where you're trying to find peace from what you've been through. You feel like you just don't want to settle anymore. You can even have times when you're in the shower by yourself and you cry. To me, you give me prideful energy. Maybe you don't want people to know how bad you suffer, how bad you hurt. You could be the strong one. You like to look strong for people, but behind closed doors, it's like you cry and suffer a lot. You speak to God a lot, or you speak to your spirit guides a lot. You could be like, you could be pleading with God, like, God, I'm not even asking for much. Like, why are my dreams not coming true? I'm not asking for much. And I really want to tell you that whatever you're going through, it's not to punish you. What it is like believing that you deserve goodness, believing that you can receive the wishes that you actually want. All right. You go back and forth with yourself. You go back and forth with yourself when it comes to a divine counterpart. Like, I feel like you are a person that in private, in private is where you're vulnerable. It's where you feel that you're weakest, where you may cry a lot, where you may tell your guides that you are scared. Some of you may have a pet and you talk to your pet a lot. You want to be confident. You're trying to be confident. I see you looking in the mirror and just looking at yourself, just looking at your body. And sometimes you do come to a powerful place where you are grateful for everything that you did go through. Even though you probably feel like, damn, I think you're going through a lot of epiphanies where your spirit guides are trying to show you why you had to go through what you went through. And you're just like, damn, you know, or you could be a person who loves readings. Grief counselor. Some of you guys can be a counselor. You could be going to a grief counselor and you're getting a lot of deep revelations, or even like a psychic. You can have your own personal psychic. I feel like a lot of people do. You can have your own personal psychic that does personal readings for you, not just like these general readings that are on YouTube, but you have your own psychic. So it could be your own personal psychic, or it could be a therapist. This someone who helps give you, they're like a light in your life and they guide you. And it's like, you come to these revelations and you're like, damn, this is why I had to go through this. And it can make you hurt. I feel like you're ripping a lot of the bandages off in your life. A lot of things that happened to you that wasn't unfair, but you're starting to see why they happened. You want confidence. I feel like you even know deep down inside that only confidence can actually change your life. You believing in yourself and believing that you are worthy and deserving of what you've been through is where I hear your stuck point. Like, that's the stuck point. Let me see. You have a lot of passion inside of you. You can also be a fire sign. You could be I just heard Virgo for some reason, but all kinds of signs are starting to jump out now. But you can be a fire sign. Let me see. What other signs? You could be Aquarius. I knew it. Air came out. But let me keep going. I don't want zodiac signs to distract me from what's more important. But yeah, this is like listening. You want to learn how to tap in deeper. You want to find the hidden truths that are inside you. You want to learn how to tap in. This is what it looks like. You want to learn how to access the information that you already have. Training your mind to only see the best in people. People could have stabbed you in the back and you don't want to make amends with a lot of them, but at the same time, you don't want to live with resentment in your heart. So you're trying to make peace. And can I tell you that you are? I see you coming to a place where you make peace with these same people that could have hurt you. At the same time, too, the people who have hurt you, I see them crossing your path. They cross your path and you get very guarded. Like, even like, suppose you go outside and these people can live in your town. It's like when you see them, you're like, hi, but your hi is kind of like guarded. Like, you don't want to really open up yourself to these people anymore. Yeah, Spirit wants you to be patient. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. They want you are a student right now. So there's going to be a time for learning. I hear I'll pay for your books. I'll pay for your tuition. Some of you could be saying that you want to go back to school. You want to go back to college, and you have somebody who will pay. You could be a student right now and you have a parent who's going to support your journey. And if it's not, there's ways that it could be your lover. If you're not like, like a teen or like someone in their 20s, if you're like in your 30s or 40s, it could be your boyfriend or your girlfriend who wants to support your journey, somebody finding money to make sure that they put you through school so that you can go after what you really want. For many of you too, if it's like a certification that you need, I see somebody giving you the money or you getting a grant in order for you to get the certification. Maybe you're just finding out your true passion, what you really want to do. And the only thing that was preventing you from moving forward was the fact of you being fearful of not having enough money. But it's going to be given to you, whether it's through a grant or whether it's through a person in your life, whether it be a lover, or parent. So Spirit wants you to be patient with yourself. It's going to be so important for you to be patient. I hear like I keep going back and forth with myself on what I want to do. I feel like you found what you really want to do, but you are terrified. If they said that if you are afraid of your dreams, then that means they're big. And if they're big, that's exactly how they should make you afraid. If they said if your dreams don't make you scared, it's because it's too small. If they terrify you, if your dreams terrify you, that means you're on the right path. It's supposed to scare you. It's supposed to be bigger than you, because then it'll make you challenge yourself. It will make you challenge yourself in order to strengthen yourself, and you'll look in the mirror like, oh my God, I'll never forget the time when I was so afraid and I didn't think that I would make it, and then I did. So once again, pets love you. You may have your own pet. You can benefit from a pet. If you go to like a shelter and get a pet, pets love you because they love your essence. You could be a person. I hear spirit guides. Okay. Another thing too with pet, you can get visuals of pets. This happens to me, by the way. I have spirit animals that come and visit me. Like sometimes I can just be laying in my bed and I will see like a dog or like a cat or like a turtle, and I would look up spirit animal cat, spirit animal turtle, and you find out what these spirit animals serve in your life at the point that you're in, because these spirit animals, they come across you in your dreams or in your meditations or in your visions, or you may notice like you always have like a cat that keeps coming near your house. These spirit animals are actually helping you. This is a true thing, and that's all you have to do is say, I invite the energy of the cat into my life, or I invite the energy of the eagle into my life. I had a season that was so crazy. Like I had a crazy season. I think this could have been the beginning of COVID. Like the beginning of COVID, that was crazy. Like I just felt like I had it down packed. I was going for so many things at one time, and COVID came and just rerouted my whole life, and I was just like, what is this? And during that time, I will never forget, I had spirit animals popping up in my visions every day. I had a chicken, I had a horse, I had bees, like all kinds of spirit animals would come to me and I would invite them in. But I would sit by the water and meditate, and these spirit animals would come to me. But anyway, you may be seeing visions of spirit animals, or you're going to notice that even like if you go over your friend's house and your friend has a pet, the pet loves you so much. Like pets are drawn to you. They're drawn to your energy. And it's because they feel very safe with you. They feel very safe. If you have a pet, that your pet loves you and your pet feels very, very connected to you. And if you just got a pet sporadically, you were meant to. Spirit says this pet was divinely meant to be, cross your path and be in your life. So it's like you are connected with your pet. And your pet is supposed to soothe you, help you with your anxiety, have someone that you can love unconditionally, because you seem like you love unconditionally. Spirit says you're at a part in your life where you're trying to clear your root chakra. This could have affected like your patience. You could have struggled to be patient. You could have struggled to just breathe. You could have always been in a rush. You could have suffered from severe anxiety. You could have always had these issues where you felt like something was about to be terribly wrong. And it just like your root chakra needed to be cleansed and cleared and grounding so that you can be patient for the journey. Spirit says this is not a rush, it's like it's a journey. You need to pace yourself. So this says you are a light worker. You are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love. I'm saying, like, you're meant to shine your light and love. You're meant to, whether it's do meditations, whether it's to do Reiki, whether it's to do tarot readings for people. This is what you are meant to do. You have a beautiful, pure spirit. So that's another thing too, with you getting lots of pain. You could have been a very innocent, pure soul. So you could have expected the same from other people. And it's through your pain you realize that the world is actually suffering. And because the world is suffering, they make you suffer. So you're meant to be the light in a dark world, okay? You're meant to shed light. When there's friends around you and they always have these negative perceptions of life, and then you're like the friend that comes along and you have You have a brighter way of seeing their situation. You make people's problems go to ease. Like once you come around, a lot of people feel at ease. You could be the person who changes the energy in the room just by shining your light, just by showing up. Yeah, see, now this shows intuition. You're very, very intuitive. You're meant to share your intuitive gifts with the world. Yeah, but see what I mean with the self-sabotage? Your job and your journey is to know that those people who hurt you are suffering inside, and you have a very tender heart. You know, with you self-sabotaging, you could be afraid that something bad is going to happen. You can live in fear a lot too. This person just looks scared. Like you always want to guard yourself. You're very guarded. Let me see. You're also afraid to be like criticized. You're afraid of people making fun of you. You're the type who maybe have like lots of hidden knowledge, lots of hidden gems, but you may keep it to yourself. You may giggle a lot. You may laugh a lot around people and try your best to blend in with people when the truth is you're meant to stand out. You may be the one who just like stands there and just listens to people talk, but you have a deeper insight because you could be, from when you were young, you look like you observed a lot. You know, you could have been left alone a lot, and you could have been watching a lot of TV, or you'll just sit to yourself and you would think a lot. You weren't born normal, by the way. You always had this like hidden knowledge or a different way of seeing life. But for some reason, it's like you may not be brave enough to speak your truth. You may not be brave enough to be unique. You know, you could be afraid of just showing the world you. So you may just stand around people, or before in your life, you would be around a lot of people who you just wanted to blend in with, but deep down in your heart, you never really felt like you fit in with them. Yeah. So this is just a season. I feel like you have so much divine support and help. I think you're still trying to figure out like what makes me so special. You don't really know what makes you so special. I think you look in the mirror to find out like, what is it about me? Like, why would people want me, or why would people care what I have to say? I don't know if you were overlooked, or you just weren't valued or appreciated, and it made you wonder like, well, what is my value? Do people even care what I have to say? Do people even want to see me? Does people even like really love me? You could be a person who never really knew where you stood with people. And you could have always been like afraid to ask, like, well, how do you feel about me? Or what do you see in me that is good? Like you get validated from your parents in the earlier years of life. Your parents are supposed to shine light on your greatest assets. And if you had a parent who was arguing, fighting, or just distracted by life, you were left by yourself. So you never really was able to find your worth. So if you're finding it through the spiritual realm. The spirits are telling you who you are. So your validation will come from within and from above, but it won't come from below, which means like earthly things won't satisfy you. Let me see. I hear sing to yourself. You love music. You sing a lot. I feel like music is a way that you can express who you really are. I feel like you can go into another world when you listen to music. So this is like Temple of the Truth. This is like you finding out who you truly are. Your truth, your soul's truth. Assessing the divine within you. I am present. See, this is the light coming in you. This is what people see when they see you. If you wanted to know, this is who you are. This big old light, like I said, you're a light worker. This is who you are. Your light is so damn bright, which may threaten people. This is probably why you didn't fit in with a lot of people. A lot of people live in darkness. A lot of people live in depression. A lot of people are very selfish, self-centered, narcissistic, unhealed trauma with a lot of people. And you're like this ball of light. You shine a bright light. You make people feel safe. You make people feel seen. You make people feel heard. But for some reason, you don't feel that way, but you go out your way to make sure other people feel that way. People may cling to you, so you need to be careful because they They are the type that if they are going through a tough season, they may latch on to you, and then when they recover, they will run away and go back to their life. So you just need to be careful of who you allow around this light. Spirit says also covering up your wounds by helping people. You may be the type that you escape yourself through helping other people, so that you won't have to like bear the pain of your truth, but the truth is going to be revealed to you. Yeah. Clearing old stories of the past. You are releasing old stories of the past. The truth of who you are and why you have come to this world is being revealed to the light. And it might even come in your dreams a lot. Your confidence is going to come back. Spirit says what you've been through has actually made you more wise than the rest, because you are a deep reflector. You reflecting so deep and overanalyzing things have caused you lots of stress. People made it seem like you were weak because of this. Like, oh, you always overthink. Or, oh, you're so sensitive. They made you feel like you were weak. When the truth is, you are actually stronger than them. You're stronger than the rest, which is so funny. Them trying to say, oh, you're just so sensitive. Oh, you're always overthinking. Spirit is like, you are stronger than the rest of them, because they're not even strong enough to look at themselves. I hear sense this within you. There are people who come around you and they sense this with you. People may say things to you like, you're weird. And you may like, I am, and this may make you want to hide. But the truth is they sense something in your energy that they can't understand. And what people don't understand, they fear, and they may label it as weird. But the truth is like you came on this earth to shine your light and to actually help people. People feel like you are so attractive, way more than what you think. You are way more handsome or attractive than what people may tell you or what you may think of yourself. All right? Yeah. So you are rising to your truth. You are a present and a gift to the world. And people who don't even know this, which is the part that I love, people who don't know this will end up breaking their trust with you, will end up hurting you. When Spirit and God sent you to help these people, they end up hurting you, manipulating you, blinding you, and then losing you when you were actually a gift in their life to help them. That is funny. To me, I love that part of the journey. You know, I laugh about that a lot. You have no idea of how much I laugh about that. Like, baby, you have no idea of who I am. You have no idea of who I am. I'm telling you, it's just, to me, it's just so funny. It's like, baby, you just done fumbled a whole bag and you didn't even realize it. And it's funny because I always know that people will find out as soon as I walk away. That's another thing too. Having the inner strength to walk away from people who betray you or betray your trust is going to be important, because the more you stick around people and allow them to treat you, they don't have no idea of that God sent you to help people. When you walk away, they will actually feel it. They'll feel the raft. They'll feel the emptiness of you removing yourself from their lives. And because you are the light, once you are the light in their darkness, once you remove your light, their life is full of darkness again. So the only reason why their life started to get better, they started to feel happier, they started to feel lighter in their spirit, is because of your light. So when you take the light away, what is these people left with? Darkness. They don't even understand how potent and how important your presence is in their life. This is why you should be proud of who you are. Spirit wants you to embrace who you are. Understand that everybody is not for you, but through these pains and through these lessons, you will be able to heal your own self. You will be able to grow closer to your own self and to your own purpose. So this pain is actually pushing you. This pain is actually helping you grow. And if you are meant to be a light worker, because of people and their different personalities and unhealed wounds, you will have a deeper intellect when it comes to trauma, when it comes to pain, when it comes to behavioral patterns, why people show up the way that they do. You will start to have compassion and understanding, which means you'll be able to help way more people in the world. So just know that in the first half of your life, you may have a lot of pain until you're able to understand the lessons and integrate the lessons. Then you can use it for the second half of your life. So you could be coming to this reading. You, like I said, you could be 24. You know, some of you can have a baby. Some of you can have a 1-year-old, and you don't have to be 24. You could be 34. You could be 44. I just see 4s in it. All right. So Spirit, you're going to be releasing your attachments to the pain, releasing your attachments to the way things used to be. You could have been holding on to an old way of living. You could have been holding on to people who were not treating you well, and you're going to find yourself just letting it go. You are going to start to flow with life. You're about to go on another, I hear losing pounds. You're going to lose a lot of weight. You are about to go on another spiritual journey, which means you may see 10-10 or 12-12 a lot. Spirit is about to bring a lot of happiness into your life. I feel like the shades, you could have been in a period of lots of darkness, lots of deceit, a lot of revelations, and Spirit is now going to lighten up your path. You needed to go through the deceit. This is so you can transmute the energy, so you can get a better sense of people, who's meant to be on your path, who's not. You will know them now, especially if you're coming into a world where you're going to work with all kinds of people. You're going to need to know that not everybody is love and light, not everybody is pure soul. So you learn that the first half of your life. Spirit says you felt really pressured. You felt really pressured. You felt really put down. And this is all to build you up. Ooh. Some of you also have an opportunity, and this can be an opportunity of a brand new job. Somebody might find you very, very interesting, or your work. Some of you, if you're artists, literally like if you do artwork, if you draw, some of you are really good writers. Some of you, you do something that somebody might see and find like, wait, you're special. I need you. Somebody might take you underneath the wing because they know that you're gifted. Somebody is going to notice your gift and give you an opportunity and actually come into your life as a mentor and stay right underneath you to see you blossom. They see your potential. Somebody's going to see your light and your potential. This is like a mentor, and they're going to help you and give you the skills that you need, because it's like they feel like they're meant to help you. They just see something inside you. So if you notice that you are in class and you see a teacher always stand underneath you or telling you to stay behind, or you feel like, why are they always being so hard on me, or why are they always calling me out? It's because they see something deep inside of you and they don't want to let it go. And it could be something that they've seen in themselves, and they feel like, damn, if I had the right person to help me, I could have made it. So the reason why they're going to be on you so bad is because it's like they're going to be to you what they wish they had. So somebody's going to come in and be your mentor. They feel like you have something really powerful inside. They see something really amazing in you. So just embrace that. Embrace people wanting to help you. Okay? It could be a supervisor. Suppose you work at a job and you have a supervisor. Your supervisor may see something really great in you and want to like stay on top of you and watch you more because they want to promote you to the next level of your life. That's all I know it's about, is somebody seeing you like, wait a minute, you're a hidden gem. Maybe because at your job, you're the quiet one. You just clock in at 9 and do your work, stay to yourself. You probably even eat at your desk or eat in your car. You don't even socialize with the coworkers that much. You're just so quiet. You just keep to yourself. And because you're so quiet, it's like one day you turn in your paperwork, or one day you turn in whatever you do, and they're like, wait a minute, you're actually a gem. No wonder you're so quiet. They start to watch you more, and they start to see more inside of you, and then they're going to help you get to the next level. All right. Ooh, let me tell you. Be prepared for somebody begging for your forgiveness that has hurt you and let you down. Somebody has let you down. I feel like you cried. You cried. You cried when this person hurt you, you know? You cried. And the person who actually affected your self-esteem and your self-worth, whether this could have been an ex-lover, whether this could have been a friend, whether this could have been a parent, they are suffering. Right now, God is showing them what they have done to you. Right now, there's somebody who's trapped in karma for hurting you, for taking advantage of your kindness. So if you were in darkness because somebody hurt you and it could have affected you, it could have affected your self-esteem, how you see yourself, and you're building, as you build yourself back up, as the right people are being drawn into your energy to help you, this person is being brought down on their knees. So be prepared in the month of April or May for someone to apologize for what they have done to you. Like spirit is like the wrath of God is on this person's life. All right. Look at them. So you have an opportunity now. This is beautiful. Surrender to the alchemy of life. Spirit had to make you hit rock bottom. You are a person who had to go down to like rock bottom. You went down to rock bottom and you had to surrender to God to help you back up, because people have betrayed you so much. You've been in isolation. You've been left alone. You've been in isolation all by yourself to suffer by yourself. There's people who hurt you who never ever gave you an apology, and you had to find the strength through spirit. And you can still be working on this. There's times when I see you, certain things can trigger you and just bring you back down to that low place where you just have to put your head down, or some of you could have even suffered with migraines from stress. You had to leave work early. You know, you didn't understand where these migraines was coming from. It was from the stress, the heaviness, from all the hate people were sending your way, tricking you into believing you're not as worthy as you are. It's like they were beating on you. You're at a very vulnerable place in your life, and the only thing that was left for you to call on was God and your spirit guides. So you hit rock bottom, but the spirit is going to bring you back out of this dark place. To me, this seems like you're about to glow up or blow up really big. I hear an ascension season. You had lots of anger softening to love. You had so much anger in your heart. You had a couple of seasons of bad, like denying your own self of love. Even if a person liked you or loved you, you didn't believe them. It would piss you off when somebody would try to come around you, would threaten you. It would threaten you. You would wonder like, oh, you're being fake. Oh, you think you're going to use me? Oh, you think you're going to manipulate me? Oh, you think you're going to get over on me? Like somebody trying to love you will make you pissed. And it's because you just felt like your whole life, every person who said that they love you, they had an agenda tied to it. Spirit is trying to free you through this. This is why you get very angry. You have a big conflict with love. You tie love to pain because every person who's supposed to love you gave you pain and suffering. So spirit is trying to free you from this right now. You could be in conflict right now. You could be crying right now. It's like you want to embrace love, but you just don't know how. All right. So let's see. Yeah, you're meant to be financially free. In this lifetime, you will have financial freedom. And you're meant to do what makes you feel free. Okay? So you could be a very free-spirited person. You're meant to flow with life, whatever makes you free, whatever gives you financial freedom. Some of you, if you do have a 9-to-5, you may branch off if you are a supervisor to like, even like with supervisors, because then if you own a few, as a supervisor, they can tell you like, oh, you're in charge of like these 3 different departments. So you have more freedom. Some of you guys can be entrepreneurs, and you're meant to be like, a light worker where you make your own schedule and you're supposed to be free. Some of you guys can be musicians. Yeah, some of you guys can be school teachers. Some of you guys can work in schools. You could be a school teacher. You could be in school right now too. That's another thing too. You don't have to be a school teacher, a school therapist, or a speech therapist. You can literally be in school right now training for what you want. Even when it says practice, you are in the midst of learning a new trade. And this new trade that you're going to learn in school, whether you're in a college or if you're getting a certification, it's like whatever you're going to do is setting you up for financial freedom. This is what you want. You're meant to be very rich and wealthy. So it's almost like it's going to be so funny. All those people who could have tried to hurt you and let you down. It's like spirit, whoever's around you right now is meant to be around you. Let me just, before I go into the rest of these cards, let me just tell you something, a big epiphany. Everything gets tested in life. Your friends get tested. Your lovers get tested. Your parents get tested. Your siblings get tested. Your cousins, everybody around you, especially when you have this light on your life, is tested. Let me tell you why. Spirit is going to put your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your mom, your dad, your auntie, your cousin, your uncles, people around you, whoever's surrounding you, those people will be tested the most to see if they're pure enough to stay around you. All right. So circumstances in life reveals who's strong enough to stay with you, who really means well by you, and who shouldn't be by your side. So if you go through darkness where you feel like, oh, I just don't trust this person, if Spirit tests them, you will see if they pass the test. And if they're taken off your journey, it just means their intentions was never, ever pure. So you never have to worry about your enemies. There's going to be people who are going to be fighting for your light or fighting over you or fighting to get back in your life. Some people are so ashamed and they know that you know that they're just going to stay away from you. So if you're wondering why certain people haven't came back, because they found out that you found out and they know. So they're just going to stay away. Other people are going to be trying to like be kind to you or find ways to see where are they with you so that they can get back in your life. Some people just don't know any better. They just don't know any better. They do things, they act out of impulse, and they feel bad, and they're going to try to just find a way to get back in your life. You will know who all these people are. God will show them to you. Your spirit guides will show them to you, okay? Let me see. Yeah. You're going to have people in this season addicted to you, very codependent from you. And once again, if you see the light, you are going to be rising, ascending higher, sitting on your throne. The confidence that you've been praying for is going to come. I hear lucky. Your luckiest month can possibly be June or July. It could be June and July. You'll be full of confidence, full of hope, full of love. People will be drawn to you. Okay, just be careful, because there's also like pettiness around who can get your heart, who can win your heart, who can get you back. All right. There's going to be people that are going to be expressing their love to you. My heart just felt full. So there's a possibility that you're going to meet the love of your life in the next couple of months. All right. You are a true love to many people. People just have big crushes on you. They're very, very attracted to you. Sometimes they don't even know what it is about you. They just feel very drawn. I hear you're very lucky. Some people may find that you're very, very lucky, that you always attract good opportunities to you, or that you're just so beautiful, or you're just so handsome. They can think you're lucky because you have good looks that they wish they had. You can notice that people are trying to imitate you. You know, if you start wearing a hairstyle, watch around to see if other people start copying that hairstyle. If you Spirit says you're going to start showing up for yourself better. You may notice that you're starting to take care of your looks and yourself more. And playfulness. People love your lightheartedness. They may want to get around you because, once again, with this light, you're really funny. Some of you guys are just really fun to be around. You're really funny. You're really fun. And people love that about you, like the lightheartedness. Once again, the majority of the world lives in depression. The majority of the world has not found themselves. The majority of the world is suffering. So to see a person like you, who's very attractive, very lighthearted, very fun, very wise, very intelligent, it's like, damn, some people feel like they done hit the 9 of cups with you. You're very emotionally fulfilling to people. You may meet guys or girls who love to kiss on you a lot, or like to draw close to you, or try to hold your hand. It's like they just feel the nurturingness in you. They just feel like they're safe, like you're somebody that they can depend on. What is this? Yeah, you have a dating cycle. This is beautiful. Spirit wants you to be careful of overworking. Be careful of overworking. And if this is not you, like overworking, be careful of your dating cycle of a person. Who you need to look out for could be, you've learned a lot about narcissism, or people who are self-centered, or people, you know, pay attention to the red flags. You may have somebody come into your life that has a distorted masculine energy. They may try to pose as if they're a good match for you, but they could be a distorted masculine energy who just craves your healing energy. Like their life can be in turmoil and mess, and they're coming around you in hopes of like getting a piece of your inner peace. You will have many dating options for you because it shows dating. But you also have a true love match. A lot of people find you to be their true love or their soulmate. A lot of people may try to cling on to you. You may get aggravated because you try to get rid of people. And no matter how bad you try to get rid of people, these people always try to find a way to, or an excuse to get back in your life. You're going to have lots of inner peace. Your heart is going to feel lighter. I hear your mom or your mom is going to be so proud of you, or your dad is going to be so proud of you. You may have parents that are going to be really proud of the changes. People noticing the changes in you, especially with you not having as much anger as you used to. Yeah. See, look, you may mirror a lot of people. You may also start to pay more attention to your figure. In this season, Spirit says, do it for you. Choose you. Choose your own happiness. Choose what makes you happy. Do it for you, not anyone else. You could have tried to help a lot of people, make their life easier. It could have took from you once again. It could have prolonged your own growth, because the more people you would try to help, they would get stagnant, then make you stagnant, then cause blockages, then fight with you. You felt like it was unfair. Spirit says, focus on you, trust you, do it for you. Choose you in this season. I hear no more back and forth. See? And release the guilt of having to let go of people that treated you bad. So this is like they're putting you into a place of self-love. They're putting you in a place of self-love. And when you love yourself, you choose yourself. Do not feel guilty for choosing yourself. Do not feel guilty for doing what's best for you. Because if you don't, you're going to stay stuck and you're going to stay unhappy. Remember, energy is transferent. So do it for you. This is you rising out of the darkest days of your life. I hear cleaning a lot more. You're going to be cleaning a lot more. Music is going to be your best friend. Music is going to be your best friend in cleaning a lot more. Spirit has a happily ever after for all that you've done. Spirit feels like you've paid the price. The only thing is for you not to neglect your health, and for you to remember to take care of your mind, take care of your assets, and make sure the people around you are joining you. They said, don't go back. Keep moving forward, okay? I send you so much love and so much light. As a matter of fact, let me just do this one card for you. You also have somebody obsessing over you. Yeah. Find balance between taking care of yourself, working on yourself, having fun. You need play in your life. You're going to need play. You're going to need lots of fun in your life. So balance fun, balance work, balance spirituality, and balance time with just yourself, especially if you have a lover and you have children. All right? So find balance in your life. I send you so much love and light. Okay, pile 2. So, if you picked pink, you could possibly be an Aries. You do not have to be an Aries, but I also did hear sun sign, so your sun sign could possibly be an Aries. You can also be a Cancer. You could be a Sagittarius. You could be a Virgo. Sagittarius again, okay? So, or there can be someone with this sign that has relevance to your journey. Spirit says stop looking for love. Love will find you. Love will cross your path when it's meant to. You don't have to go out and find it. And I hear you also don't have to even the score. Like leave things where they are at. So it just means like if somebody could have hurt your heart, if somebody could have broke your heart or made you feel like you weren't worthy, they said you don't need to even the score. You have a brand new beginning when it comes to love. I don't know, like, you give me a feeling like love means a lot to you, but love from other people means a lot to you. You may feel as if you are not strong enough to make these changes or to meet the expectations of your life path unless you have a partner. And the truth is, you are way more stronger than you think. They also feel like looking for love could have caused you to, like, it could have caused more harm for you. For some, like I said, soul stress. Some of you could be singers. You love to sing, or you used to sing. And then a big thing, oh, I can't really tell how they feel. I can't tell how they feel. You could have been trying to escape your own self through love. I see you crying. Love could have really, really hurt you. You could feel like finding the perfect person is the answer to your life, but Spirit says that you need to seek your own love, your own power within yourself before you find new love, or you'll end up giving your power away. I feel bad. I feel really bad. And I only feel really bad because to me, you just seem like you're struggling. You're struggling with yourself, and you may feel like finding someone else is the answer. And I feel like because you're coming from such an eager place to find love, I feel like even when you do find someone, the door just slams very fast because you may be codependent, like very, very codependent on your partner to make you feel loved, because the real issue that is hidden from you is that you don't see yourself as lovable or worthy. But if you find the perfect person to see these things inside of you, then you will see it. And it's far from the truth. You are lovable and worthy just because you exist. Like that's all you need to do is breathe, and you are worthy of love just because you are breathing. There are people, and then when you get mad, you may just go off and find someone new, but then hope that someone else will come back around and chase you. And it's so much that it's inside. This cycle is killing you. This cycle of not being chosen, this cycle of feeling like other people are trying to get other people to validate your worth, it's like killing you. It's like it's breaking you down, and it's making you not even want to look in the mirror. I see you, like when you look in the mirror, you may notice that you look down a lot. Like you just automatically turn on the sink. You're not facing yourself. You may not want to look at yourself, and this could be like you're hiding from shame. You may feel so ashamed of what you've allowed yourself to go through. Some of you have a daughter. And you may blame their father. Or some of you desire a daughter. Like all you've ever really wanted was just a daughter. But it's like seeking for love outside of yourself. You don't have to have any kids coming to this at all, but I seen a daughter. Let me see. You are a child of God, and you may even have a powerful mission that you're ignoring. Like you may have a powerful mission that you're supposed to be working on things. Like you could have even went to school and you're not even using your degree. You could be a person who's like a high achiever, but when it comes to putting things in action, you actually run away. You can run away from your gift. You can run away from good things. You can actually keep running into the hands of broken men. And the reason why you're going through broken men and trying to fix them is because you are actually torn up inside. And fixing them will distract you from needing to answer to your own self, answer to your own gifts. So you run from yourself through people, through sex, through wanting to have love. You use love, and then you may even use like lots of tarot to ignore the fact that you have this beautiful path that you chose for yourself and it feels good, but maybe you feel like you're unworthy of great things. And this could have been like you had a father who abandoned you when you were young, a father who left and never ever came back, never showed you that he loved you, never acted like he cared. This cycle could have came from like abandonment. So now you abandon your own self. You abandon your dreams. You abandon the things that you actually love. You abandon the things that you're called to. You don't even like good men. You may notice that you choose men that don't prioritize you, and they don't even want a commitment. You may choose men who don't want a commitment, or you find out they're married, or they don't want to discuss things, like men who don't even open up. They don't like to talk. And this fuels your rage and anger. Like you have to do everything. You might meet a lot of emotionally unavailable men. And you meet a lot of emotionally unavailable men because you are very emotionally unavailable to your own self. Like you're very emotionally unavailable to your own self. This is hurting you. This is actually prolonging your journey. This could be the truth that you've been running from. But I feel like me saying this, I feel like you know it. I feel like you know it. I feel like me saying this, you know already. I don't know why. I have an inner knowing that you know this already. Like you know that this is your truth, but you just don't know how to stop you don't know how to stop it. Like this won't make you feel uncomfortable at all. I think you want your dad. Some of you too, your dad could have left the earth before you even got a chance to meet him. And your dad could have left the earth before you could have even met him. And you hear such beautiful stories about your dad, and you wish you were able to experience him. And if it's not that, it could just be that your father just walked out on your mother and never looked back. And you get these men who, they don't do nothing. And you have to perform for them. It's like you have to perform for them in order to be chosen or be seen as worthy. You may do more than you should in love. You may buy things or try to sponsor, support a man. If he has a business, you will go all out for his business and seem like a supportive wife. Even if you don't have the title, you'll do everything that it takes to support a guy and help him. You're definitely a feminine in this reading. This is all feminine energy. Very feminine at that too. You may be very beautiful. You may dress your scars up really nice. Like dress your scars up so nice. Like you look beautiful, honey. Okay? You dress to kill. You could be a feminine who loves like shoes and bags and like good smelling perfume, but when it just comes, the only thing that's missing is your own love. You just don't believe you're worthy of love, and you don't even believe you're worthy of your own time for some reason. And you've been praying to the angels and asking them for help, and they want to help you. They actually love you. They don't see you the way you see you. They love you. I hear pregnant again. Some of you guys can be pregnant again, or are you supporting someone else's child? Are you taking care of your grandchildren's baby? Wait, I'm about to say, are you taking care of your I'm about to say, you taking care of your grandchildren's baby? I didn't mean to say that. Are you taking care of your grandbabies? Are you taking care of your grandchildren? And you love taking care of your grandchildren, because taking care of your grandchildren makes you feel alive. You love to take care of other people. You love to take care of other people, and you don't know how to do the same for yourself. You love anything to do where people need you. You may even subconsciously choose men that need you. and never have anything to offer you. Like, they don't have nothing. They have nothing to offer. And it's like, if they do have things to offer, they don't give it to you. Like, they may be stingy, cheap, self-centered. And you may have to walk on eggshells with these men, because as soon as you start to speak up for yourself, they say that's all you do is damn complain. You may have heard men go off on you for you speaking up. So now you even hold back your voice. Spirit says you're resisting. You call for them to help you. You pray and you ask God to help you. And when they want to give you changes, you go right back into the same cycle again. It's like you are terrified. You know, you are terrified. You may even, nobody loves me, nobody loves me. You have breakdowns, you scream and cry and kick at the universe, nobody loves me. And the truth is, there are people who are out there who will love you, but you cling on to people who treat you bad because deep down inside you feel like you don't even deserve love. You feel like you don't deserve to be loved. Look, your life is pissing you off. It gives you rage. Oh, sugar, I want to throw that. You may have tantrums. You may have rage. You may throw things. You may bang on things. You may love lots of sex. You may use sex as a way to seduce and get men to notice you. And yes, they will notice you, but they won't put in the work. And it's because you're avoiding the work on yourself. Yeah, confirmation. This is your lesson. Spirit wants you to know. This is like a spiritual lesson that you've been in circles with for a very long time. 3, you could be 33. You could be 38. You could be 48 or 46. You could be 51. The age 51 just showed up. You could be 62. But 28. People could have silenced you. You don't speak up your needs. You just get angry. You don't really know how to get your needs met. You just get pissed and angry and tired and say, look at all that I've done. But you never really spoke about your needs. You just hope that they will see you. Some of you have performance anxiety. You suffer a lot in silence. You have lots of anxiety. So it's like, put it this way. If you really wanted to do like a YouTube, TikTok, I think you got a story, baby. You give me the vibes of like you have a story. I feel like you know it will help young girls. Like young girls, you can help young girls. You could have a story. You went through a lot when you were young. Some of you could have had a baby when you were so young, or you could have just went through a lot. You had to survive through a lot, and you know that your story can help a lot of teens around the world, but you won't use your voice. You're afraid of being seen. So that means you may carry a lot of deep shame. You also have cords that you need to break between exes. You may have 3 exes that you bounce back and forth to. Like you feel tied to like 3 exes, or you play games with them, and you may even send them nudes. Spirit wants to protect you. They want to protect you so bad. I don't know. I just seen a vision of like crying. If you have a parent who passed over, they may cry for you. And I know that sounds weird. It's like God may cry for you. God may be hurt for you. Because he sees you as worthy. He sees you as divine. He doesn't understand why you are allowing this to happen to you, because you pray for seasons of change. But then when it's time for you to change, you look back and you go back to the same habits, same routines, and then you cry. You just cry. You can't take it, but then at the same time, you won't stop. You won't stop it. You won't break yourself free. It's almost like you are the cause of your own suffering, and you don't know how to stop your own suffering. And God is trying to help you, but you won't even allow him to help. Because when he frees you or breaks you from these people, then you start to watch lots of terror on them. Some of you may even start to use magic to try to call these same people back in that he takes off your path, or you may try to send them a nude to lure them back in, or you may become obsessive. You may become so obsessive with them and check their social medias and do, like when spirit is pulling you out of the cycle, you do everything to hold on. You'll watch pick a cards. You'll start to watch their social medias. You'll try to do anything to cling on to hope, even though you know hope is gone. Spirit wants to purify you. If you find yourself, you see the beautiful sunflower. That just made me want to go buy sunflowers. Oh my God, I want to buy sunflowers. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I want to fall out my chair and faint. That really just made me happy, the sunflower. Maybe that's another, you need to buy yourself flowers. I love lilies because of the healing energies in a lily. When I put lilies in my room, you know, it changes the whole aura in my room, you know, or like I'll put them in my living room. Sometimes I'll give my baby one. My daughter loves flowers too. But anyway, because I get caught up. But maybe you need to start treating yourself with love. Maybe you should buy yourself some beautiful flowers and buy lilies. I suggest lilies, but you don't have to. I only just love, because lilies are white. Some of them is pink, but the white lilies is like purification. It makes, oh my God, like, you know. But anyway, sunflowers are just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So you need to treat yourself to some flowers. Maybe some like eucalyptus. I hear prayer works. And training your mind. If you just pray, like when you feel weak, temptation weakens you. Or you start to overspend. Some of you will overspend. You've been trying to save money, but then when you feel depressed, when you feel unlovable, when you feel like, you know, if you have 3 exes or one ex that you're holding on to and they ignore you for so long, you start to spend a lot of money on things that you may not even really need, but you'll convince yourself that you need it. Spirit wants to purify you, and there's something that you know you want to do so bad, and you need to take a risk. You need to take a risk. I even hear a gentleman. There's a gentleman that wants to take you out. You may feel like healthy men are boring. Like a healthy man who treats you good and speaks gentle is so boring. You know, like healthy love may be boring for you, and it's because your system is so like, you may be attracted to like bad boys or bad girls, you know, like people who take you on a roller coaster rides and plays with your emotions and have you up and down and up and down and up and down. And your system is so used to the up and down because you haven't made peace yet. You haven't made peace yet, so you crave dysfunction because your system tolerates dysfunction. So if you truly, like, I can recommend to you, if you really want to go on this journey, if you really want your life to change, this pile is definitely for you, because I'm going to take you there. It's going to be uncomfortable, but I challenge you to 10 minutes of silence a day. Nah, that sounds like too much. I challenge you to 10 minutes of silence for 3 days out of the week. 10 minutes for you to calm your system down. The more peace you find internally, the less toxic and dysfunction you are willing to tolerate externally. You understand? Toxic when you start to find peace within yourself, toxic is so loud that it triggers you to the point where you want to punch somebody, because it's like, why do you act like that? like peace, dysfunction and toxic interrupts peace. So if you want to get out of a toxic cycle or craving people who put your system on high alert with the in and out and the inconsistency, when you come to a place, you have to be, your internal manifest as your external. So if you want to have healthier love, healthier external world, you would need to make peace on the inside first. And stop fueling dysfunction. So normally, when there's people who are in dysfunctional world, they may crave a lot of like House of Atlanta. Wait, what is it? Atlanta Housewives? Like, when you're in a world of dysfunction and toxic is normal to you, you crave a lot of dysfunctional shows, and it's stimulating, and you crave a lot of dysfunctional men, and it's stimulating until the pain cuts so deep that you have to heal because you had enough. If like your soul is bleeding, to be honest, you are bloody. Like, you are beat up bad. You are bloody. Your heart is bleeding. Like, you are in suffering, but Spirit wants you to take a risk. Take a risk and step out of your comfort zone. Like, this sounds too harsh because I know the reality. Just drop it all, right? Like, drop all your swords, drop your guard, drop whatever you are about to do that's going to cause more suffering and pain. Spirit wants you just to drop it and just breathe. And just give yourself 10 minutes of peace. And that might, let me tell you something. If you can't, I don't even think 10 minutes is too much for somebody who's just starting. 5 minutes of peace. Just sit for 5 minutes without you saying, oh, wait, I forgot I got to turn on my pot. Oh, wait, I forgot I got to do this first. Oh, wait, I got to. If you can just make peace internally, you will be able to attract it externally. And then that's when you can get to like your husband or your wife, or things can get to a more calm, balanced place in your life. This is like all about happiness. Spirit wants you to take a risk and allow happiness to come in. Happiness can be scary to you. Also, Spirit is trying to put you in a position of leadership. So you may also be a person who stays in their comfort zone. Like, you may have something that you really want to do. I hear your bestie. You even have a best friend who's cheering you on. You know, your bestie wants you to be your best self. Every time you tell your bestie this idea, they're like, yes. They excited for you. Your bestie like, yes, bestie. I can see this doing it. You have a cheerleader who's a best friend. Yes, bestie, I see this for you. But then as soon as you have an opportunity, then you be like looking through your phone, scrolling. Maybe I should call John. Maybe I should text Marvin this picture. Maybe I should DM Steve. You do anything to distract yourself so that you won't have to go into this leadership position. So Spirit just wants you to watch out for your own self-sabotaging when you keep praying for things and then rejecting it when it comes. Spirit wants you to be strong. Like, you may feel like you're not strong, and you are so much stronger than you actually give yourself credit for. I bet you give somebody else credit for being strong. You're just as strong too. You made it through some tough stuff. Look back into when you was a teen. That's what Spirit says. Look back to when you were a teen and the things you had to deal with then. You know, you got out of the most toughest situations. Some of you even raised your own siblings. You raised your siblings. Some of you, Spirit to say, you raised your mother. You raised your mother, your father, or a grandparent. You were taking care of a grandparent, your mom or your dad. How you feel like you can't raise yourself? And I heard you, if it's your grandmother, she's a tough cookie. You were able to sit with her and you were so good. So you do have the strength. I'm telling you, you find the strength for everyone but you. Do not put yourself last, because you will attract in lovers who put you last. It's a reflection of your soul. You put you last, you don't think you're worth it, so you attract lovers who put you last and don't think you're worth it, and you may distract yourself from this truth, but Spirit feels like it's time. Like you've lost so much time. And Spirit feels like you've done, like in a past lifetime, not this lifetime, but in a past life, what you truly want to do, you've done it already. Like there's a gift that's in your heart. You hear me? You may even watch other people do it. You may even you may get joy watching other people do what you want to do. You see what I'm saying? You'll be happier for everybody else but yourself. That tastes so good. You feel so happy for everybody else but yourself. You'll feel so excited watching somebody else do what you want. Like, yes, sis. But you won't do it. Spirit says, yeah, codependency. Like, you got this. You know, this is to encourage you. Like, you got this, man. Like, this is for you. You are so deserving. You are so worthy. You are so beautiful. You are meant to shine. You are so protected. You are so protected. Spirit says you even use visuals. You even use visuals to attract this in, and then when the time comes or when you get the motivation or the energy, you'll find anything to like, oh my God, I have to do this for my grandbaby, or I got to take care of this, or I got to, like, you won't do it. This is like your heart's desires. You're ignoring your own calling. You're ignoring your own wishes. And what I need to say to you, are you willing to leave this earth? Are you willing to leave this earth and not fulfill your own dreams and not really get the love that you truly desire? Spirit says crystals. You may even have crystals. You wear lots of crystals. You got crystals. For some of you, I even hear in your bed, you be sleeping with crystals. You a crystal queen. You love crystals. You study this. Some of you are studying. Spirit could be suggesting that some of you may need counseling, or some of you should get a therapist. You should get a counselor, like to help you with your self-worth. Your self-worth, your lack of direction. Some of you, too, as women, you may have ADD or ADHD. You can have ADD and ADHD, and it's just hard for you to focus. It's hard for you to sit down. It's hard for you, like you can't control where your attention goes. Meditation will help that too. A spiritual life coach can also help you. Because a spiritual life coach will tap into everything that's going on inside you and pull certain things out so it won't prevent you from sabotaging. So you won't sabotage anymore. Let me see. Some of you feel like you're putting on weight. See, you have so much passion. You guys make love. This is a soulmate. But this person is so emotionally distant. It's like this person spends way more time away from you than they do with you. It's like you want this person to make the effort so bad, and they will not make the effort. And Spirit wants you to know that they're mirroring you. They're not making the effort with you because you're not making the effort with yourself. I hear your soul is screaming. Like you want to be loved so bad, and it has to come from you first. You need to see yourself as worthy of receiving love. You may ignore yourself and ignore all your needs all the time. And I even hear like, oh, I'm dying to see you. You may have somebody who say like, oh, they're dying to see you, but then they don't come. If you're dying to see me, why you don't show up? So they always have excuses. And then Spirit wants you to know, how do you have excuses every time you say you're going to finally fulfill your mission, or every time you say you're going to do something for yourself and then you don't do it? So attending your needs just means filling your own cup, right? If you feel negative, how do you empower your own self? If you feel empty, how do you fill your own cup? If you don't feel loved, how do you make yourself feel loved? How do you tend to your own needs? If you don't feel loved, do you have a teddy bear that you squeeze? Do you listen to a nice story? Do you make yourself a nice cup of tea? Do you write affirmations to affirm yourself? Do you look yourself in the mirror and say, I am worthy, I am deserving? Do you have tools in place to love yourself? Do you walk in nature? Do you hold yourself and hug yourself? Do you treat yourself to a massage? Do you soak in like Epsom salt and just listen to some beautiful soul music and just be with yourself and light candles. Like, how do you tend to your own self when you feel empty on the inside? Because if you're chasing someone to fill you, then if you run from you, you're gonna meet men who run from you. So it's like freeing yourself. Let me see one more card. Spirit says you're prolonging your destiny. This pile's to catch your attention because, yeah, time out. Clearing out space. They want you to clear this. They want you to clear this person out of your energy because they're trying to give you a brand new beginning. See, they got a new heart connection for you. They got a new heart connection for you. Like, see, someone is not being honest with you and holding like deceptive. Whoever you're with now, they use tactics of manipulation, control. You know? You guys have a telepathic bond. This person is not even aligned with your beliefs and values of love. And they don't know how to pour into you. They may just use sex and that's it. They're not somebody who can be there for you or you can count on or call on when you have no one. They're not someone who will be there. They just like to get their needs met and then they leave you out in the cold. Spirit wants you to clear yourself. This is two cards of free yourself. Free yourself and clear yourself of this person's energy because you may even feel this. You may even feel the shifts in the universe and you know that there's a new beginning coming and there's someone who needs to awaken your heart. You have a soulmate that's waiting for you on the other side of what you're going through. But then you may reject real love and hold on to people that hurt you. So you've met good people. You just don't really like them. You like people who may hurt you. See? Because you have so much conflict on the inside. You try to heal other men's broken hearts because the truth is your heart needs fixing. Your heart needs healing. My apologies. So, see, expectations. Don't wait for other people to validate you and approve you as worthy. This is what you're waiting for. You're stuck on this person because you're waiting for them, kind of like if you were waiting for your dad. If your dad like left and never came back, then you have a man in your life that you're still waiting for him to come back to tell you, I choose you. You're waiting for your father to choose you, so you're waiting for this person to choose you. So you may even fall into manipulation tactics as well to get this person to come back and fall in love with you and approve you and make you feel worthy. You're waiting for this person to set you free, but Spirit says it's like you need to set your own self free. This person won't be the one to do it for you. They said it's a trick. And they want you to know you can manifest whatever you want. But however, you just got to pull yourself out of this. They feel like you are a part of the universe. And they want you to learn how to like celebrate yourself. Tell yourself how proud you are. Write yourself a freaking love letter of telling yourself that, wow, you're so amazing. Remember the last time that you went through this and how you got through this and you didn't think that you were going to do it? They want you to celebrate yourself, you know? If you have, because I know how funds can be for somebody, but even like make a nice romantic dinner for yourself and watch your favorite movie and give yourself love notes and kiss yourself. You could kiss yourself on the shoulder, tell yourself that you love yourself, pat yourself on the back or rub your back and tell yourself like, yo, I'm so proud of you. I love you so much. Like you mean so much to me. I don't know what I would do without you. You know, like having that conversation with yourself, that shit feels so good. And maybe you're a writer, you know what I'm saying? Because I realized too, like saying those things to yourself and sometimes writing it out and seeing that shit will like make you cry. When you write it out, it seems like it's coming from outside of you. When you look at yourself in the mirror and say it, you just get excited like, yeah, But if you write it and read it, like, I'm so proud of you. Like, you make me happy. Being with you is so fulfilling. Once you start giving yourself that, man, it will change your world. You know, it will close the gap of you needing to get it from somebody else. So if this soul journey is for you, your soul journey is coming home back to yourself and not waiting for someone or expecting someone else to love you in ways that you are struggling to love yourself, because it's not going to happen. And you're bleeding, like you're bloody already. You have blood all over you from just like being beat down from the world. And like, God is so sad that you're going through this. But it's like, if God was to say something to you, it'll be like, help me help you. Like, free yourself. Just let go. You know? When you let go, they all come running back anyway. You know what I'm saying? Even if you do have a dad or something, like anybody you let go and you mean it, they all come back. They always, as soon as you let go and you mean it from the bottom of your heart, people always come back. But you know, you're not letting go so that they can run back to you. You're letting go because you're choosing you. So Spirit wants you to know that they have so many magical blessings that they want to give you. But if you feel like you're not worthy, which you don't realize is that you will reject it. And it has nothing to do with Spirit. They want you, they're so proud of you. They want to purify you, purify your heart, and bring you pure people with pure intentions to love you so that you can help love yourself better. They want you to shine. You are so and you are so beautiful in real life. Like, you're so beautiful in real life, but you may not see it because the world has done you so bad. All right. I really hope this pile has helped you. It was so deep. If you were able to sit through this, then I'm sorry, you're strong. If you can sit here and listen to this, because every now and then we all need that real, you know, gentle love to open up our eyes and our hearts. And if you can sit through this, then that means you really want it. You want it so bad. You really do. And I believe in you. I really believe in you. And I feel like this is your season. I feel like you are made for so much more. I'm excited for the pure love that you will allow in your life. I believe in you. Okay. Pile 3. Here you go, boo. Now, once again, on pile 3 is Scorpio. You do not have to be a Scorpio at all, but you possibly could be a Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio sun, moon, rising, Venus. But you don't have to be a Scorpio at all. So let me tell you what your energy is given. Or there could be someone in your life that has Scorpio that's going to be very impactful to you on your journey. Let me tell you what your energy is given. Your energy is given, I don't know why I just heard have mercy on me. Like, Lord, have mercy on me. Okay. Interesting way to start a reading. I hear celebrating life again. You're going to be at a place where you're celebrating life again on your spiritual journey. You could be big on journaling, planning out the next phase of your life, channeling. You are someone who's really good at channeling messages. And you could be in a place where you just do this to, like, for your friends, you know. I think you may, and I hear astral travel. You may be really big on meditating and going really deeply. You can astral travel. You give me the vibes of like, you just live in your own world. And for some reason, you give me actress vibes. You could possibly be an actress. You don't have to be an actress. You could have always wanted to be an actress or an actor. You have a very active imagination and also a very active third eye. You are the type that can get premonitions in your dreams. So your sleep state is always very active. There's lots of activity going on when you're in your dream state. I just even heard model. You could have always dreamed of being a model. You could have been the only child growing up, and you would dress up and use clothes and act like you're a model or act like you're an actress, an actor. You would entertain yourself. You could have had a lot of time by yourself, like a loner. You can be a loner now, but you could have been a loner from when you were young. For some reason, I love you. You may have a lot of self-love, a lot of healing, a lot of growth. You could have came to a place in your life where your solar plex chakra is healed. So even you could have been accused of being self-absorbed when the truth is, like, you went through a journey where people never really understood you. And the issue is, like, I hear God chose you. God chose you. You were meant to stand out. You could be very awkward or weird or very withdrawn from people. I hear you're tired of hearing this. Like, you could have been hearing this all the time, like, of how weird you are. But clearly, if you are an actress, if you're an actor, if you are a supermodel, then your uniqueness had its own purpose. You weren't meant to fit in. You weren't meant to be like others. Okay? You could have been gaslit a lot for you to stay small. People wanted to see you small. People, like, you've always had a really weird way, or unique. I like the word unique. You know, people today, when they don't understand greatness, they may label it as weird. And it's going to be weird, because it's weird to me means that I am something that you've never ever experienced. So you label it as weird, which just means it's foreign to you. So you could have had a lot of people, and even lovers couldn't control you. Lovers couldn't tame you. You could have been with a lot of problematic people who wanted to shrink you or control you or manipulate you into staying small. You could have been a person who they tried to talk you out of your own dreams, and you could be very rebellious, a rebellious soul. And you're meant to be that way. You heal a lot in nature. You love to stay connected to other people, but then you have this other side of you that just loves to be in your own energy, in your own light. You may spend a lot of time in nature. You love to cook. You love cooking. You love cooking your own food. This humbles you or keeps you grounded, or keeps you in the moment. Keeps you grounded just means, like, when you cook, nothing else exists out of this cooking. It's like you, your pot, your food. And that's all that matters at this moment. You can tune the whole world out, like, when you're cooking. You get messages for people. You may even be the type that tells people, like, you see people in your dreams, and you may text and call people and say, I had a dream for you, and this is the message that I have for you. So you could be a prophet, like a walking prophet. From when you were young, you wanted to heal people. From when you were young, the elderly could have stood out for you. Like, elderly people loved you when you were young because you had a healing touch. If you just touched someone's hand, you could possibly heal them. And it's funny because it reminds me in the Bible when the woman just reached out to touch God's garment, and her touching him alone, his cloth, made her heal. So you have healing hands, whether you realize this or not. So even if you cook food, and especially if you have, like, friends, they may love eating from your house. Or when you gonna cook again? They love when you cook. Or if you have children, your children love when you cook. They would rather you cook food than for you to take them out to, like, McDonald's or like Wendy's or Wingstop. They would rather your food, because your food, even just by you putting your hands on the food that you cook, it heals their body and makes them happy inside, because you cook with so much happiness. All right. You loved very unconditionally. And let me tell you what could have happened with you. Your love made people question themselves. People never understood why you are so kind. Why are you so loving? Why are you so kind to me? People could have ran from you a lot when it came to dating because they never been loved. You've met men or women in your lifetime that never received love. So when you come along, it's almost scary. But then at the end of the day, these same people will become your obsession, like become very obsessed with you. And they're obsessed because they've never felt this feeling before. Your touch is very healing. Once again, going back to the hands. Nobody ever makes them feel the way that you do. They never had these feelings in their body. I even hear erotic. You know how to satisfy and please people. Your whole body is very, very healing. So even just by sleeping with you, you can cause spiritual awakenings just by sleeping with someone. When someone's body lays against your body, it's so powerful to the point that it will cause them to go into a spiritual transformation. So if you sleep with someone and all of a sudden they run off for a little while, just know that something spiritual, you activated something inside of them that they were suppressing. It could be an old emotion, an old trauma, something that they were suppressing. You can even awaken other people to their gifts. That's how powerful and potent you are. You have a lot of people that are drawn to you. You're meant to attract in a lot of people. So that's another thing. People also may become very possessive over you. So if you do have a partner, they may be jealous with all the attention that you get because once again, they don't understand it. Okay? You're meant to draw in a lot of people. You have a lot to give to the world. You're not meant to be in a relationship that cages you. You're not meant to be caged. You're not meant to be controlled. You're meant to be free. You may find yourself dating multiple people or freeing from one person to the next person. You just meet people all over the world. You're meant to bless people, to touch people with your conversation, with your touch, with your, even like dancing. If some of you guys just love to dance, you're meant to be felt. Your energy is meant to do a lot through people. Okay? So, oh, see, you're a very creative soul. Also, you're into the arts. You do something somehow, some way. You are into the arts. Some of you may even create your own like potions and magic, and you may like celebrate this like the moon. If there's like a full moon, you may do huge celebrations or rituals. You may look up people's life path number. You're really big on exploring the truth. What sign can you be? You could be a Cancer. You could be a Sagittarius. Sag came out again. You could be a Pisces. You could be a Capricorn. You could be an Aquarius. You could be a Taurus. And it says Sag again. You don't have to be any of these signs. They could be a part of your moon, sun, rising. I just feel like you have a really big personality. Some of you could have even like tried to create like girl group bands. Maybe you had girls you used to sing with or guys you used to sing with. You could have played music. You could have had your own studio. You could be like a writer. You write music for other people. You write scripts and plays. You're very big when it comes to the arts. The thing about you, a lot of people get jealous of you, especially if you have friends. A lot of grief and suffering that you felt could have been of being misunderstood. Being misunderstood, people betraying you. You could have allowed the wrong people in your world. And you could have been betrayed by a lot of friends because I feel like you were meant to shine. I feel like you could have been shining since you were young. You just had a really big personality, and what happens is it would take the attention away from everybody else, and it's not something that you tried. So you could have been talked about a lot. You could have been talked about a lot, and it's all about like you always being the center of attention. Spirit says you're equipped for this though. You're probably someone who has like a lot of haters, a lot of like naysayers, but to me, you seem like you're very comfortable in your skin. That's the issue. Your confidence is what triggers people. You came into this world to trigger people. You're very, very beautiful or very, very handsome, but to me, you belong to the stars. You belong to the cosmos. You are a chosen one. You are meant to shine. You have a big mission. You could be life path number 9. You could be life path number 2. You be life path number 12. Yeah, you're going through a powerful rebirth. Look at these doors opening to you. You have a brand new door. And that's another thing too. You may meet a lot of people. You know, you could be a popular loner in every lifetime that you have. And let's just say, like, you know, 10 years ago, you had a group of people that you no longer are around. You know, 20 years ago, you have people that you're no longer around. And there could just be like one or two people that stood with you through everything. You have a brand new door that's opening up for you. To me, the way that it looks like, yeah, this is all about security. Everything that you've been through, it has led you all the way up to like a foundation. So whatever part you played in your past life, you're going to see that like your material wealth. Look at this. You're opening up a new door. Like security, financial stability. You could be in a place where you're either you're married already. And if you're not married, you're going to be married in this season of your life. You're meant to meet your spouse or your life partner. You're meant like for security. So security could even mean you meeting a secure a secure lover that wants to go longevity with you. But I feel a lot of people attach themselves to you. I feel like a lot of people can claim you as their boyfriend and girlfriend before you even said like, I think I want to do this or not. There's people just attaching themselves to you. People probably call you like, oh, that's my best friend. And you probably feel like I'm just nice to everybody. You're really kind. You're just kind to everybody. You don't really, I even feel uncomfortable with labels. I don't even want to use a label. You may not feel comfortable with like titles or labels. You could be very, very free-spirited and open. Some of you may prefer to even have like an open relationship than to dedicate yourself just to one soul. But if you are not that type and you do believe in monogamy, you could just be in a place where you are about to get married, or this is the year that you will meet your husband or wife. If you are already in a serious commitment, you guys are gonna go down the aisle. You probably propose or get proposed to this year, have a wedding next year. But this is, you know, let me try to stay on the spiritual side of things. You are finally safe. The biggest thing is like you just completed a divine mission. And I want to forgiving yourself. I hear stole. Like people could have stole from you. They could have even stole your ideas. They could have even stole like job opportunities from you. You're the type of person that's so powerful that if you work at a business, you'll see there's always one person who just does not like you and will purposely try to like throw shade on your name or try so hard to make other people not like you or try to make your job uncomfortable for you because they feel uncomfortable from you, right? So they'll make you uncomfortable, but it's because your presence is so big that they feel uncomfortable. They feel very threatened by you. You make people feel small, and it's nothing that you're trying to do. Once again, you trigger people that you're not even trying to trigger because your soul just seems like it's humble. Like naturally, you're just a humble, kind person. You love fun. This is just the way that you were made, like very eccentric, very, very lively in your spirit. You're the type that can make a way out of no way. Like you're very resourceful and you love to help. Like you'll do anything to help. Like if strangers may come up to you a lot. Strangers just come up to you and ask you, for like directions or for help. You will help strangers. It's just who you are. You're probably somebody who loves to give to the poor, somebody who loves to like donate. But you are on your throne. You're definitely on your throne and you definitely are taken care of by the cosmos. To me, it's like you don't even need to worry. Your healing probably comes from the stars and from God. Like your healing comes from nature. Your healing even comes from food. You probably meet, if you're a feminine, you probably meet a lot of men who want to like pregnate you, like get you pregnant. I hear joking. They may try to say, oh, I was just joking, but deep down inside, they're serious. There's something about you that they know that is just not normal. It's not regular from anybody else that they ever met. And once again, if you're treated bad, it's all about people trying to shrink you to make you feel small because your presence makes them very uncomfortable. And if they can make you small, then that means that they'll feel good enough to stay around you. All right. They do not feel good to be around you. So if they make you feel small, then it'll make you stay with them. So just remember that. Which means you can get a lot of people trying to lie and act like they live a lifestyle that they really don't, that they have money that they really don't, that they're really a good person when deep down inside they can like hide and bury envy, jealousy, trickery. They lie, they steal, they cheat. They'll do anything because they see you as a princess. They see you as a gem. They see like, if I get around you, like they even may seem like you're so lucky. There's something about your spirit that they just want to be around. Like they feel safe with you. You may even meet men, if you're feminine, that just want to protect you. You seem like someone that people just want to protect and give to. Yeah, so you're healing. The biggest thing is boundaries for you. All right. And like I said, the grief is you allowing the wrong people around you. And I feel like you didn't even know who you are. Sometimes when you don't know like how great you are, you may just allow anybody around you, but you're starting to realize because of your energy, having toxic people around you will actually create lots of blockages in your journey. And that, you know, many people you will help, but the help that you give them, they won't even put it to any good use. So just help yourself. You know, you could have, I see a lot of people talking to you and trying to give you advice. You may be a person that out of nowhere, you're going to the store to get a bagel and all of a sudden somebody just comes up to you and sends you a message and you don't even realize like that's God, like your spirit guide sending someone to send you a message. You know, so you get lots of synchronicities, lots of messages, lots of like coincidences. Like synchronicities is, you know, where you feel like, I just met this person and they told me this and I like, it's just so weird, but everything, like you're constantly being guided. You're constantly being looked over. You are definitely a chosen one. You were brought into this world to help people. The only thing is finding who is worthy of your help and who is just using your help to take advantage of you. So you learned boundaries, which could have hurt you, you know? Let me see. You'll also know who you are because you're at a crossroad. Spirit wants you to know there is no wrong path. You're going to get lots of enlightenment as to what exactly are you meant to do right now. You have a lot of doors. You have so much creativity that sometimes you don't know where to put your energy. You could also be a person, since you attract luck, you attract a lot of opportunities and you just don't know what door will bring me to the wealth. But you're meant to have wealth in this lifetime. Spirit wants you to be patient with yourself. Don't rush yourself. I feel like you even give me fire sign. You give me Sagittarius, that if you get something really fast, you'll get bored. You probably get bored really easily. And this is probably why you had a lot of partners, because you just get bored with people. You get bored with the same things. You get bored with like the routine. You're not really of like worldly aspects. You don't really, things of this world does not even interest you at all. So you probably like spiritual people, or you probably like unique people. You like colorful people, people with like tattoos and nose piercings, and people who love like the spiritual realm is probably more intriguing to you. People, you give me the vibe that you like people who are very mentally stimulating. Like a person who has lots of wisdom and lots of knowledge will actually turn you on, you know? There's a gateway that's opening up for you. And if people meet you from online, I hear like, wow, you're way prettier or more handsome in person than you are even online. People find you to be gorgeous or handsome. People may even say you look like you're meant to be an actress or an actor. Spirit wants you to be flexible. Your life constantly evolves. Things can't stay the same. You get very bored. You can even be a person who moves from state to state or from city to city. You may like to get up and move a lot. This shows change. The path that is meant for you is about to open up. You have a gateway that's opening up for you. And you can feel it, and you can be very impatient. Like, what am I going to do next? You probably like, I came, I saw, I conquered, you know? So if you ever had dreams of being an actress, like, okay, I was an actress already. What's next? If you were wanting to be a musician, then you played an instrument. It's like, okay, I had a band. I traveled all over the world. Like, what's next? You're like one of those. Like you come, you conquer, and then you just leave. So you may put a lot of people on like spiritual awakenings, meaning like you come into a lover's life, you learn the lesson, and then you just leave them. And they're like, wait, like I'm not done with you. And you're like, but I am. It's time for me to move on. Okay. I hear positive. See, I knew it. You're like a goddess, like a god. You love just to dance to your own beat. The best relationship with you is the relationship that will grant you freedom. Freedom just to spread your wings and fly as high as you can. You're not meant to, you're not stoppable at all. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can intimidate you. You're the type that will walk in a room, like, or if you look like you may even love to dance. I just heard salsa. You may love to dance. You may love to dance. You probably go to like dance fitness classes, or you're just if you're a mom, you're such a fun mom. You may dance or do TikToks with your kids, and music. You could even grew up with a family who always had on music or always had like house parties. I don't know. It seems like you love to have fun. You love to party. You love to dance. You love to just dance to the rhythm of your own beat. You don't like people who try to tie you down or try to tell you what to do. You're very free spirited. So you have to be, I don't say you have to be, you're to a place where you have to let go of controlling people, because people may try to control or tame you, and it's because they don't understand you. They really like you. They would love to say like, oh, I'm on your level, but they're actually not. You can be a free-spirited person who is like a growth mindset, and you might meet a lot of fixed mindset people. So then the connection breaks because you're ready to evolve and the person just stays stuck and stagnant. You're not meant to be stagnant. See, you're meant to bring harmony, balance to people. You bring lots of harmony and balance to people. I just heard boss. You may have your own company or your own job. Some of you photographer, you love to take pictures. You're going through deep emotional healing. Some of you could have possibly even had like a narcissistic mother who was jealous of you. Even your mama was jealous of you. Even your daddy could have been like, you could have had like a narcissistic mother and a narcissistic father, and you're like the star seed in your family. Your mother could have been jealous of you because you were way more prettier. You got lots of attention. You could have been this way since you were a kid. Like when you were young, holding your mother's hands, people always just noticed you and said, oh my God, your daughter, your son is just so cute. Like people always noticed something about you ever since you were very, very young. And your mother never wanted the compliments to go to your head, but they see that you grew up so beautifully and you still get so much attention, probably even more now because you grew into your looks. And some of you, you're the talk of the town because of your accomplishments, because you accomplish so much, because you do so much, since you put yourself out in the world so much. You could have had like a super glow up, or your body could have developed really fast. You could have went through like your menstrual cycle early, and you just wanted to fly and just do your own thing. You could have been a child that you couldn't wait to get out of your mom or dad's house so that you could just do whatever you want, because they could have been trying to like control you or control the world from stroking your ego. You could have argued with your mother a lot. You have mom issues, because I keep saying mom, 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 So even when like the grief, you could have had like, if you're feminine, you could have had a lot of feminine women who are just jealous of you. And what you didn't know was like, that's your mother's energy. Your mother could have been a very envious person, a very envious soul deep down inside. She's surprised to see how much you have elevated, how much you have changed, and it makes her feel small because she wasn't able to overcome the battles that you did. So it could have caused some deep disharmony between you and your mom, deep distrust between you and your mother. I hear going your own separate ways. You may not be as close to your mother anymore. And what it is, like your mom could be like self-pity. Like she pities herself. She's stuck in self-pity. She's just struggles with her self-esteem and self-worth. And maybe like that could have caused her to want to control. So she could have tried to control you or control the way you seen yourself, or try to body shame you, because she had lots of body shame. So she would project her body shame onto you. Yeah, so this shows like, just know that when it comes, you're very, very activated when there's like a full moon. When there's like a full moon, or a new moon, you get very activated with full moons, new moons. You may even have like new ideas. I even hear like luck comes your ways. The stars, your spirit guides and God help you a lot. You really are like a child of the cosmos. Like, you belong to them. You know, this is why the thing is like, when people try to control you or people's intentions are not good for you, it's like all of a sudden you're like, I thought the relationship was going so good, and all of a sudden it ends, and you don't realize like God was protecting you because they seen something that you didn't. So you're like highly protected. Oh, this shows like devotion. You're the type that you can just pray. You can pray things into existence. Spirit also has to move you, because sometimes like you could have came from a period where you used to have a high tolerance for pain. Because you had such painful parents, you had a high tolerance for pain. So you used to sit in situations way longer than you should. Way longer than you should. Because you had a high tolerance for pain. So spirit will cause separations and detours when it came to your partners. You could be a healer as well. And with healer, some of you guys could be a nurse. You could be a traveling nurse. Even with like flexibility, you're not meant to like stay in just one hospital or one building. You can be a really big healer. You could be a nurse. You could be a nurse practitioner. You could be a dentist. And back to this food. Maybe you heal people through herbs and food. Maybe you may create your own herbs to heal people. Some of you don't know if you, like what you're doing now. See, pay attention to the red flag. Some of you still need to forgive your mother. Let me see. See, here we go again with this retreat. Partners want to come into your life and control you. They may even play like manipulative games to like kind of like make you weak to them. So now you like pay attention to the red flags more now than ever. You can see red flags easily. You could have learned a lot through love. It's because you had parents who didn't love you the right way. So you could have had a lot of issues. And I even hear social anxiety. Like you could have had social anxiety because your mother issues could have like messed with your self-worth, and you not being like self-assured of who you truly are or what's meant for you or who likes you, who's not. You could have been really intimidated, you know, in a part of your life, especially during school. During school, you didn't really know what people thought of you, like tricking you into believing you're not as worthy as you are. You could have had that issue. Like it could have came from your parents and went into your love life, but you are so much more stronger now. You're the type, if somebody's down, you like to help people up. You don't like to hurt people. It's just not who you are. It's not a part of your character. There's lots of people who have romantic feelings for you. There's people who daydream about you. You may notice people like trying to manifest you. You may see people pop up in your dreams. It's because people think about you a lot. You are a desired partner for people. People automatically see you as a husband or a wife, which once again, they may just start to claim you as theirs. And it's like, wait a minute, don't claim me. I didn't say we're together yet. Yeah, compatibility. You're going to meet a lot of other partners. So in this season of your life, you're going to meet people who are like-minded. People who are just like you. People who are on a soul journey. People who had to go through the same stuff that you went through. And you're going to have like a way more healthier love life. Yeah. And swim away from this situation. You may have an ex. Energy vampires. Swim away from energy vampires. That's what you have to forgive yourself from. Once again, you attracted a lot of energy vampires, a lot of narcissists. who will self-sabotage the connection, who will be obsessed with you, who will try to trick you that they don't like you, but then they'll be behind the background stalking you because they're obsessed with you. Spirit wants you to stay away from these people because, I don't know, there's people who just obsessed to you. Like, they just cling to your energy. They're very envious of you because they feel like you look better, you get better opportunities than them. They feel like they're afraid that they're going to lose you to someone else. So they do tricks to you on purpose to try to like make you afraid and feel like they're the prize when actually you are the prize. So you are the prize, but people will try to scare you and do a lot of manipulation to make you feel like you're not the prize. So you will chase them because they never felt worthy of you in the first place. You need to be careful of this. Like people coming in and love bombing you. You could have had a lot of love bombing situations, things that start nice. People who want to give you gifts, and all of a sudden when you start to say like, well, can you get me this? Or are we going out today? Because they would spoil you with gifts. They would give you all they have in the beginning to try to like string you along and keep you and make you feel like they're fit for you. But then after a while, you're like, can we go out? And they're going to be like, that's all you want to do is go out. That's all you want to do is spend my money. You're just such a gold digger. Like they'll use those things to try to control you and turn the situation around and make you feel like you are crazy. So they'll play on your emotions. This is why you needed a lot of emotional healing and grief, because what it is, it's like people portraying to be one thing. A lot of people wearing masks around you. And it's because your mom or dad wore a mask. You can even have a parent, like a father who always would talk about your achievements and, you know, they want to take family pictures and on, you know, it looks good, but in the household you were neglected, you know, so they'll probably put you in the finest clothes and, you know, make it seem like they're this awesome parent, but behind closed doors, it's like they were envious of you or jealous of you, or they were so into themselves, so self-absorbed that they didn't even emotionally fulfill you or validate you the way that you were supposed to as a child. So that's another thing. You could have grew up to take care of a lot of people because your parents' love was conditioned. They probably made you feel like you had to work or earn their love, you know? Oh, this is beautiful. A happy move to a new home or place or employment. You have a new house and a new job that's coming towards you. And you're going to have a friend that there is going to be someone who's going to be compatible with you. Your friend is going to tell you to take a chance. You could be a person who could be afraid. You could be afraid to commit to someone or take a chance on someone because you feel like everybody like, oh, as soon as I fall in love, or oh, as soon as I think I got the one, then this comes out or this or that comes out about the person. One minute they seem like they're for me and they love me, and then as soon as they get comfortable, their mask comes off, and then all of a sudden they're competing with me. You may meet a lot of partners who want to compete with you. You might meet a lot of toxic masculines or toxic feminines, people who want to possess you. Let me just see something, because I just feel this so strong. And it's your energy. Yeah, you have new love. You have new energy. And I'm telling you, whoever this person is, you have two people. You have one person that's going to come back. They have a third party. Spirit says swim away from this person. They're a narcissist. They want your energy. They make you like in your head and confuse you, create like fear, doubt, and disruption to your energy. They have so many red flags. You'll know who they are because they probably cause you so much anxiety. And then you have a brand new love who's here to awaken to your heart. They're very compatible with you. But the funny thing is, like, whatever you went through, they went through. I hear raising your vibration. This person, sorry, just like you're going to have a friend that's going to say, like, take a chance. You never know. It's going to be good for you. Spirit agrees. They want you to take a chance as well on this new person. Because it's like out of your comfort zone. This person, they're very poetic. They're very calm. And they may feel the same way about you. This new love who's very compatible with you, they feel the same way. Like they don't know if they can trust. But they really want to be with someone. And they're scared to give their heart completely because they love unconditionally and they know what this world is about. And you are the same exact person. I hear like I'm praying for a fearless love. This new person is praying for a fearless love. A love where they won't hurt each other. And you may start to dream about this new person. See, your lessons, both of your lessons in love was like patterns of manipulation, control, push and pull, people that once they sleep with you, that's another thing. You're really good sexually in bed. People get addicted to your sex. And they get addicted. They feel like they love you once they sleep with you. So they start to play they start to do manipulation on you to like control you. Another thing too, because people are afraid of their emotions. You know, be careful of situations where it's one-sided because you love to give unconditionally. And this is like acceptance. You know, I feel like for you, you're going to learn the cycle that you just came out of. I hear running out of excuses. You have a narcissist that no matter how much you try to freaking escape them, they always keep trying to come back. They're addicted to you. They already know that they're not good enough for you, but they've never met anyone like you. So just be careful about you have an energy vampire who's obsessed with you. And then you have someone who's compatible with you. Let's see what messages is for you. So you're supposed to, you went through a lot. You probably learned a lot of lessons through love. You're meant to learn some lessons the first part of your life. You're supposed to take these lessons with you to this next season of your life. But let me tell you, you shined a lot of light on other people just by being you. So Spirit wants you to continue being you. And if you felt drained, it's because your energy was healing from like emotional vampires. You know, I call them narcissists, but you know, we can just say emotional vampires who would like try to take your energy or take your light, and people who are envious of you and in darkness and sadness. They may have used like sad stories in order to like, once you finish going on the phone with them and hearing their sad story, you just feel drained. So Spirit is clearing these people off your journey so that you can get your energy back and you can feel more motivated to go after your dreams. You have manifestation, something big that you prayed for that's going to come in the wintertime. For some reason, I feel like it's a house. Did you pray for a house? Did you manifest a house? Did you pray for a really huge job position that you're working towards? Do you have your own business? You could have left your job and created your own business, and you want your business to take off, and it can be taking off in the wintertime. Okay? I send you so much love and light. I hope this helped.